Oh, now Affinity's there. Oh, interesting. Now Affinity's there. Huh. Hello and welcome to the opening live music section of the Talking of the Soak talking part of the show. Join us on Total Insanity as Philip Meisner plays live improvisational guitar, and I set up Starch Madness potato chip brands because OBS failed me once again. Should I be talking about OBS failing me when it's helped me so many times? Yes, because it still fails me sometimes. With that, I believe it is now time to begin the show. Come with us into another world, on another plane, another dimension. Follow me into total insanity. We're here in the hub world. The hub. This is called hub world in OBS.
I can't see it, by the way.
Oh yeah, I have to also do this because I forgot. This is, I have to admit to myself and to everyone on here. I joined. I was setting up ahead of time, but I did join this meet chat only 10 minutes before the show, and so I could have had Affinity working. That's on me. I could have had Phil seeing my stuff. That's on me. But that happens when you stay up all night learning to program video games in a 2-week period. And so
now we have a brand new video game for you.
We do. If we can
right?
call it a video game. If you think last week's Memory of Aliennation flashback virtual experience was something, just wait, because now there's even more.
Wait, are you telling me I have to go back in that scary ass lab?
Yes, but this time it's for fun. We're using your reconstructed memory to... Nathaniel Superfly ran a scans through the whole digital virtual memory experience, whatever that was, extracted data and information from the scene, and we're going to go back in and we're going to investigate and find out perhaps more detail of your history and your memory.
See, here's the thing. You thought that Leo was just kind of screwing around this week, but actually he was doing a lot of hard work alongside Nathaniel Superfly. Just getting, stuff ready for the show, working toward understanding these memories.
Exactly. And with that, we will now... And you know what else I was doing? Going through Weezer demos that I never went through from Rivers Cuomo, the Black Room, when he was in when he painted his room black. Okay. But Is
that Pinkerton era?
That's after Pinkerton era. We can get more into that if you'd like. Whoa, this is louder. After Pinkerton failed, Rivers Cuomo... Should I go into this? Because I could go into this. I truly don't know.
We'll get to it later.
Okay.
It's a good teaser.
Okay. Chat. If anyone's watching, which I don't know if they are, say anything you want, okay? We have chat involvement for today. We need to ask you what our next episode should be. Not that that's reliant upon you for sure, but if you... Whoa, this microphone is falling over! But today on the show, let's start... I'm bringing in a little bit of maybe I'm bringing a little bit of my art theory world. Oh, wait, Leo, don't tell me we're going back to the critique studio again. No, don't worry, dude. But I do have a little taste for you right now. Oh, not that. Of Walter, that's a tease. Of Walter Benjamin's Age. Okay. Let's get the music lower for this because we need some like, okay. This is theory. So, work of art in the age, normally it's called art in the age of the mechanical reproduction, but I realized that there was another translation that seems to actually be lauded more in the community as a better translation. So it's work of art in the age of its technological reproducibility. Now, this was written, I don't know, at least 100 years. I didn't do the history. It's written a while ago, probably 100 years ago. I read this at Stetson, where Phil also has attended, and I read this at other grad schools. And we're gonna take it. I don't want to get this becoming a class, but the overarching thing is this deals with art having become able to be easily reproduced, copied. There's no longer one individual painting. Not that you can't copy pictures of a painting, but now you can copy a film. If you copy a painting, it's not the same as seeing the painting, seeing the texture, seeing the aura. However, a film, you copy a film, everybody gets the same experience. I mean, unless it's like, this was before the internet, unless it's digitally encoded really badly and you can't see what's happening. Phil, do you have any experience on what the hell this thing is that I'm trying to wrangle into the stream?
No, but I know there's a difference between IMAX and just regular. So is that what you're talking about?
Kind of.
There's sometimes you get a DVD, it's widescreen, sometimes it's full screen. Some people...
Oh my god, that's actually a good point. I think I'm getting...
Some people use a VHS, some people had a DVD. So what are we talking about exactly?
So we're talking about really old stuff. So I'm gonna read just this. It's technically 2 paragraphs. We're not gonna get into anything more. I may explain it very briefly. If people think this is really boring in the chat and are like, why are we doing this? Please tell me, because I'm trying this segment out. If you love it, say this is very interesting, Leo. Let's continue our research into this in future episodes. Okay. Now we're starting out hot with Marx. Don't get us afraid. Okay. When Marx undertook his analysis, I should give you more. This is like a German guy writing. I think it's like the 20s, but I don't know. When Marx undertook his analysis, this is supposed to be a replacement of the Sun Ra poem. I've already talked too much. When Marx undertook his analysis of the capitalist mode of production, that mode was in its infancy. Marx adopted an approach which gave his investigations prognostic value. Going back to the basic conditions of capitalist productions, he presented them in a way which showed what could be expected of capitalism in the future. What could be expected, it emerged, was not only an increasingly harsh exploitation of the proletariat, but ultimately the creation and conditions which would make it possible for capitalism to abolish itself. Now I'll stop here. Just to say, if you don't know anything about Marx, whatever, forget about if you're just taking his analysis of capitalism and how it functions. He basically was trying, as they say, a prognostic value. He was trying to foresee things that would happen in the future development of capitalism. And there is this idea in Marxism that capitalism ultimately destroys itself in a way because as it continues to expand for more profits and the capitalist class condenses the companies into less and less basically now, and things like, I'm summarizing a lot, then the people have less money to actually use that's one tiny element. There's basically these contradictions within the system that ultimately must be addressed or the system will fail. Now, since the transformation of the superstructure proceeds far more slowly than that of the base of whatever, the superstructure is a whole other thing I'm not going to get into that I don't really know about that much. It has taken more than half a century for the change of the conditions of production to be manifested in all areas of culture. This is 100 years ago. Capitalism's still manifesting. Anyway, how this process has affected culture can only now be assessed, and how these assessments must meet certain prognostic requirements. They do not, however, call for theses on art of the proletariat after its seizure of power. and still less for any art of the class of society. They call for these defining the tendencies of the development of art under the present conditions of production. I think here he's basically, I've read this, don't rush through it, Leo. When I talk to myself and say, Leo, is that weird? No, it's not. I read this a few times, and half the time you don't even understand what the heck you're reading. And I notice every time I read it, it's like, that's kind of how theory works. You kind of learn a little bit more. Anyway, the fact that my dad was thinking about Walter Benjamin, that's pretty wild. This is basically saying there's a new mode of production now with new technologies. Okay. The dialectic of these conditions of production is evident in the superstructure. Dialectic is two opposing forces. Kind of. Not all, that's very simple, but it's no less whatever in the economy. These defining and developmental tendencies of art can therefore contribute to the political struggle in ways that would be a mistake to underestimate. They neutralize a number of traditional concepts such as creativity and genius, eternal value and mystery, which, used in an uncontrolled way, and controlling them is difficult today, allow factual material to be manipulated in the interest of fascism. This is interesting. This is an argument that I'm not going to try to explain now. He gets into it further if I read it later. I'm going to wrap it up. Final sentence. In what follows, this is an introduction, basically. In what follows, the concepts which are introduced into the theory of art differ from those now current in that they are completely useless for the purposes of fascism. On the other hand, they are useful for the formation of revolutionary demands of the politics of art. Okay. Phil, what do you think? What do you think about that?
That's very interesting, actually. It's a good point because essentially, if I'm not mistaken, it seems like he's pointing out that art in itself can be a publicity, a way to publicize like ideas in a more compact way that is now more, you're able to make it like proliferate.
Phil, that's actually a very good analysis, and it's interesting. Yes, I think when he talks about fascism, I think it's like using art and design and that stuff for those purposes. If you notice, aesthetic movements have or fascist movements are he gets into this, have like these certain aesthetics. Like if you go back to, not to get too controversial, if you go back to like Nazis and stuff, like their like design of the swastika, the SS things, they're essential like branding of like red and like black and white, and even like not to now. Okay, I'm going to draw the parallel. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but look at a modern movement of, let's say, hats. Let's say certain things, certain visual things. But I'm kind of have amateur analysis right now. We're going to move on to the next part. I've given you enough professor schooling. Now that we've given you this dose of your daily dose of dosages.
But by the end of this segment in the future, we will all be experts.
Yeah. If I keep doing this each week, by the end of this, you will understand cultural theory of the German group of this era. Okay.
I do have one question.
Yes.
At this stage.
Yes.
So the title is The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction.
Yes.
Thus, there are clearly two main eras here, which is prior to mechanical reproduction of art and post it, or during it now onward. So prior, we're just seeing all art is its own thing. It's one piece of art was one art process seen through. And then the next piece of art, one Fabergé egg is its own egg. And then you have to make a whole nother one. So
James Bond Fabergé egg in, I believe, one of the movies.
But those are real eggs.
Oh, really?
Yes, they really exist. I believe a king somewhere. The guy who made them was Fabergé, and they were commissioned. Many of them were commissioned just by some king. He just wanted to have what's known as a god, where we get the word gaudy from. It's a ornamental trinket of sorts, which is of course where I get my band name. God.
Do you mean Gougy the sculptor?
No.
That was a Rentals song I just sang?
Yeah,
Okay.
YouTube, please don't...
Sorry I'm eating on things like this is not attractive. I don't care. Okay.
Anyway, my question really is just like how what could be done in the past about like so we're saying the tools could be used at least in a political way. Is that possible prior to the age of mechanical reproduction?
I would say probably yes. And I think he probably gets into this if we read the whole thing. Because he gets into this stuff in more detail. That's like, and I forget exactly what he says. But
maybe then it's.
I feel like it has to be true because
the fact that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think maybe then the implication of that would be fewer artists are necessary to proliferate a smaller message, like a more condensed thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because you wouldn't need. You would need one artist, and then you would need many copiers, but they're just making the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Identically.
I don't think there's the same way to have it copied in that same type of way. I was more thinking of like the effect of like power structures could still use art, like the church, the Roman Catholic Church could use like whatever, the art in the churches and stuff. They could use like art, so art could still be used for powerful purposes, but not in the same way. But I think you were talking more about my brain. Having a mental breakdown. Leo.
Phil. Leo. I think that I have nothing to add to this.
Okay. Well, okay.
You know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on creating some art right now, and then maybe by the end of the show we'll see what I come up with.
That's actually really cool. So that's cool. And we're gonna bring in chat to the next thing. You knew and you loved the potato chip bracket. Well, guess what? We've got potato chip bracket part 2 back right here. I got very self-conscious about talking about the age of mechanical reproduction for too long, and then I think that I kind of misunderstood what you said, but I feel like if we keep going, I could go on for like an hour. So in view of the show, Starch Madness, join. Oh, Phil, you're framed badly here. Hold on. Whatever.
I'm just trying to eat the chips.
Starch Madness. Well, I guess I'll just do that.
Okay. Yes.
But then I don't know if this is going to change the other one. And then your head's going to be like, okay, whatever. So, last time we voted for the best potato chip flavors, and plain won. Now we're going to do brands. It actually was hard. So many brands are owned by the same brand. So I wanted to do exclusive brands. Because you think, oh, there's this chip and that chip and this chip. They're all owned by Frito-Lay. So we got Lay's. We got Cape Cod chips, which I didn't know if they were also owned by Lay's, but they're owned by somebody else that I forgot. Hers is actually a chip I've hardly eaten, but I've had them a few times. Wrap Snacks I've had a few times. Pringles have like a higher subsidiary, but the main chip is still Pringles, so I've kept it as Pringles for easy identification. Calbee, I believe, is a Japanese company that makes many snacks, but what I know them for are those Snap Peas things. That's a little bit like, I've never had Calbee chips, but I really didn't. Even AI was struggling to give me the final 8th brand that I needed. Utz potato chips, based in Pennsylvania, I believe, now expanded to Florida. And Wise chips, I don't know if I ever ate. I only heard one lady, maybe it was my nutrition class at Stetson, say that they would sometimes give anal leakage.
Whoa.
Of oils.
Quite unwise.
See, Ralph says no Martins. I have no idea what the hell that is. Now, have you heard of Martin's chips?
I don't think I've heard of Martin's.
Now, Ralph would say,
looking it up quickly.
Ralph would say, though, Ralph lives in the Maryland, in the snack belt, as he would call it, and so there's lots of snacks up there. There's
chips.
There's
never thought about that.
There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now, Guys, is this show boring today? We talked about art theory, and now we're just going to talk about potato chip brackets. And now I'm worrying if it's boring, but don't worry, we got Francis and Friends coming up. We got a new segment, Is This Funny? We have a new Aliennation interaction that we teased already, so just keep at it. I like to rub my hands together.
I think the first segment was, Is This Interesting?
What it was wasn't interesting?
I think it was interesting.
Okay.
But I'm interested in the topic, though, of course, too.
Now I'm being like Maxime Monet taking his shirt off during the stream. This shirt's polyester. It doesn't breathe. Okay. Guys, let's do the potato chip bracket. Let's get on with it. Let me get some music here. We need some more, like, we've had the same songs we always play, but you know what we need today?
What do we need?
We need the Emo Nita CP.
A little something special.
The Emo Nita CP. This was recorded in 2007. You guys don't even know about the Emo Nita CP. Okay. Just a little bit of background here. Okay. Now, so let's start with Lay's and Cape Cod. I actually hate kettle chips. They're so hard, they break my teeth, they crack my teeth. They don't crack them, but they're too hard. They're too hard. They're not chips, they're hard. Forget about easy snapping chips, they're like hard rocks. But there's so many kettle chips.
Strong stance.
Other people love kettle chips, I guess. I'll say I strongly dislike kettle chips. After eating them many times.
That's like the majority of Cape Cod.
Yeah, so I'm going Lay's. You know what, me? I'm going Lay's.
Is it fair? I mean, I guess it is. I'll say it is fair before I even decide. Look, Lay's clearly, I think, takes the cake on this one because you've got so many styles of chips. Like, so many styles we could do a whole bracket of flavors like we did before. Those were all Lay's chips.
Yes.
Except for the all dressed ones, which I think is like a different brand, but really it's Lay's.
Yes, all dressed. Lay's has all dressed now. I was messing with my lights, but I don't want to be backlit. Okay. Now, so you go for Lay's. Chat. What do you guys like? The crunch is what makes it good.
It's not a bad point.
If the crunch is what breaks my teeth. Okay, maybe I have gentle teeth. My mom said I have small teeth like my grandfather. What the hell that's supposed to mean? Okay. I gotta stop laughing at my own shit.
The father of your mom.
What?
I said grandfather, the father of your mom.
Yes. Also known as Pop Pop. Okay, now. Lay's wins, let's move along. Guys, chat, start giving me some stuff on Hers or Rap Snacks. I'm going Rap Snacks because I've only had Hers a couple times. Maybe only once, sent to me by my cousin, and I couldn't taste that well, and I said they tasted sweet, which I don't think is how they actually taste. Rap Snacks sometimes are flavored too much for me, but oh my god, they're pretty cool actually, the fact that they have different wrappers on different snacks.
That is cool. I will say, I don't know if this is going to count because my knowledge of Hare's chips is ketchup and cheese puffs that are jalapeno popper flavored.
Oh, okay.
And I love both of those. I had a vending machine at a workplace I used to work in. And those were the chips that were by Hare's, and those were solid. So I'm going to go Hare's. Also, Hare's a German word, I think, for Mr.
Okay, Hare's is winning by, like, everyone, so this is good, because I feel like what I voted for would win a lot. Not always, but now we're getting good. We're getting different stuff. Is my music too distracting with me yelling in the background, or is it quiet enough?
It's quiet enough for me. I can't really...
Okay. Good. Whoa, it just said emo.
Barely coming through.
I used to, like, okay, for me, it seems like louder for me, because sometimes I do watch the stream and it's like, oh, it's quieter than even I hear. I just have, like, this song has cliched emo stuff in it. Like, it talks about Chris Carrabba of Dashboard Confessional. Okay, now, Pringles and Calbee. I remember once when I was a kid, I think there had to be almost a full can of Pringles, and I asked my dad, like, can I eat all of these Pringles? And he said yes, and I was amazed, and I ate them. And I don't know if I ever ate that many again, but I was like, kind of like, wow, he actually let me eat that many Pringles. Like, that was incredible to me, and it's appreciated by childhood Leo. So Pringles are going to be my vote, even though Calbee chips are probably like actually better and really good, but I never had them.
I appreciate you adding them in, giving them a fighting chance, although perhaps not. Pringles are very good, anyways. I should add. I think it's funny because the thing about Pringles that people always talk about is you can mix and match them, right? You know, you had like the
I didn't think
pizza
about that.
ones, then you can also like stack them, and then like they all become like the new flavor.
I didn't even think about super stacking. Holy crap, you can super stack those?
Could you do that with Calbee chips?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so we have 2 Calbees in the chat, and we have 2 Pringles in the chat.
Here's what I might say though.
It's okay. Yes.
Where do we stand on chips versus crisps?
As far as I know, there's the same thing, but they call them crisps in the UK. But technically, they may have technical differences. Because also, I know where you're going with this. Technically, Pringles are different than a chip because they're conglomerated potato matter and oil. Well, I think someone once said they're more oil than potato, which could be true. But then wouldn't they just be like liquid?
Well, it's dehydrated oil.
But yeah, they technically are like not proper chips, if you will.
Is it potato oil? But
vegetable oil.
Then again, I mean, it's close enough in a sense at playing devil's advocate against myself because it does have a crunch.
Yes.
Like it's not, you're right. It's not liquid. You're not drinking Pringles. You are eating them.
But they're so hard to stop eating that you can't, once you pop, you can't stop. And then you're almost drinking them. And almost, the container's almost a drink form. Sometimes you have to drink the crumbs.
That's a good point. Like if you were to put chips in a Pringles can, you'd have like 7 chips. It would not be as many as Pringle fits in there.
Exactly.
So I mean, they're certainly doing us a favor by like quintupling the amount that you can get with just regular chips.
Quintuple.
Can you imagine putting kettle chips in there? It'd be like 4.
Dude.
And then imagine the snack packs. Unbelievable.
The snack packs. Okay. What is your vote?
I'm gonna go Pringles, and I think
I'm confused. Where am I? Okay. I was like, where's the scene?
My favorite flavor is salt and vinegar Pringles.
Okay. Calbee came in strong at the beginning. I almost thought it was gonna win, but Pringles won out in the end. So Pringles. I believe we're listening to a demo of What's Wrong with Me, but you can barely hear it, so that's fine. Because it would be too distracting. And now Utz or Wise. For me, Utz are my favorite chip brand. Some people are like, they're not that different from other chips. I get them. They're less... maybe from some of these other chips brands that I haven't eaten as much, they're not as different. But from like Lay's or standard chips I get, they're like less greasy to me. Their potatoes are bigger slices of potato that are like... they're not... Lay's chips are sharp. Utz chips have better integrity, seem like they have better potato quality, better oil quality, less grease. I love their flavoring of sour cream and onion. Maybe their barbecue isn't my favorite, but they have other good barbecues. Maybe I'm from Maryland, so I like Utz, but Utz are 100%. Utz for me, I already know would win everything out of this whole bracket for me.
And yet I have chosen Wise.
Now tell me why you made this wise decision.
Because I've always liked their onion rings, like their Funyuns, which is that Wise brand? Is that Funyuns?
I believe that's Frito-Lay. Frito-Lay owns everything.
Wise does
Maybe
have a
Funyuns. Is Funyuns Frito-Lay?
Wise onion rings.
Oh, okay.
But those are better than Funyuns.
It is Frito.
And I always liked those a lot. I think Wise are very as like a cheaper brand. So I think where you're picking for nostalgia for you, I think I also am for me.
Okay.
nostalgia wins, but ultimately we have
For
split.
me, it's nostalgia, but it's also I bought Utz from Publix. I'm amazed that Florida now carries Utz because they used to not.
Mhm. That's true.
So, okay, so you
Now
have
I will.
Wise.
You know what though? Us has cheese balls, which
That's
I'm a
true.
huge fan of.
Okay, tabulating the votes. Utz. I vote for Utz. That's 3 Utz? That's only 3 Utz? Oh shit. Bill votes for Wise. We get another vote for Wise. Oh. Utz wins 3-2. Unless my dad throws in a
That's
vote
pretty
here.
good. That's pretty close.
My dad would probably throw in a vote for Utz, knowing him. The way I said that, knowing him, that doesn't mean bad in any way. Okay, we're gonna go Utz. Okay, let's get some intense music here. We need to step it up now. Now we need to step it up. Okay.
There we go. It's the semifinals.
I've been doing this a lot, but okay. Utz since expansions have reducing quality. I wondered about that. I thought they had maybe reducing quality. All the bags we get down here are always all crumbled and crunched up. I don't know why that is. At different... Okay.
That's an interesting point.
Lay's and Cape Cod... Oh wait, Lay's one. So Lay's and hers, whatever the heck, however you say it. I'm going to go Lay's. While I don't necessarily love... You know what? I'm not going to go Lay's. Lay's is the dominant chip brand that even now when there's buy one get one frees, I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to get Lay's because they're good. I don't want to be a complainer. I'm a chip connoisseur. I'll eat Lay's any day of the week if you put them on a platter in front of me. I'm going with hers because they're probably better. A probably choice.
That's interesting. That you're risking based on no knowledge.
The variety of Lay's is wild. To say to chat.
Let's do some quick Hares research.
Okay.
Hares chipped flavors. Let me spit out some flavors for you. Ooh. They do have a sour cream and onion. They have the cheese curls, and like I said, they have the spicy jalapeno popper.
It does matter
curls.
about the type of flavor, because like sour cream and onions and barbecues and things do vary widely. Okay, sorry.
They have sweet corn. That's an popcorn. Sweet popcorn.
Wow. Sweet. That's sweet.
I think they have a spicy honey.
Oh.
Cheese curl like a puff.
Oh wow.
Oh, they have an Old Bay flavor. That looks good.
Oh, interesting. Old Bay.
I was at first I was like, it's maybe a bit rash to jump to simply putting faith in putting faith in a chip you haven't really tried. But then again, you seem to have chosen wisely because there are so many flavors.
Chosen wisely.
Now I specifically like a hot potato chip too.
Oh, I don't eat those as much.
And I think that's why I like Lay's, because Lay's has a lot of options there.
That's
But
true.
now I'm seeing Hares. Hares does also have a lot of options. They have a Reaper, something like a Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper, yes.
Very interesting.
Asbestos Albatross just used his ghost abilities to... Oh, hey, Phil. I just... You know how I can just go anywhere? Well, I just teleported here instantly. How do you like that?
So you can see all the chips that I'm looking at, right?
Oh, yeah, I can see your full screen totally and completely.
Do you ever eat chips?
Oh, you know, in my day, I find a chip here and there left upon the ocean, the beach, anything the seagulls leave. You know, they're always fighting over chips.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I've heard about that, but I didn't know they left any behind.
Well, sometimes they get really full or they get scared away by a young child building a sandcastle, and there's fragments of chips that all come and swoop in, have a little snack, get some sand in my beak. But generally, I like eating fish, I like eating shrimp, I like eating things of the various seafood variety.
So you might like the Old Bay chips then? the ones that are maybe reminiscent of crustaceans.
It reminds me of the time back when I would fly around the old bay.
Well,
okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. See you later.
I gotta get back to work.
Okay. So did we figure this out? I think her. Okay. So wait. So I said hers. Is it hers or hers?
I like.
Oh, my dad
hairs.
told me.
It's
okay.
yeah, hairs. I don't know how to say it in German exactly, but it's definitely hair.
Okay, so I guess I voted for it. Ralph voted for it. Okay, we have another vote. Okay, so what are you voting for?
I choose Lay's.
Lay's? We have another Lay's.
I'm lazy.
It's exactly tied. Oh, I didn't plan for this.
So now they combine?
Hers? Hers. Hers. Lay's, Lay's, Lay's. Ah, shit. I have no tiebreaker. Sorry I cussed if there are children watching this. What do we do now? I have no other viewers to break the tie. Are we? It's already 8:40. We have so much to get to in the show. This show's going really slow. Are we going too slow, chat? Is this too slow?
Nah.
We gotta show Francis and friends. Okay.
We're slow or the show is slow? I feel like we're in. People, this is interesting.
Yeah, we're losing time. Okay. And I can't have a character break the tie because all the characters are me.
Tell you what.
Maybe I should vote for Lay's because I've actually had them. Maybe I should break the tie and say Lay's.
Why don't we Google it? See what AI has to say about this.
Okay, you do that while I will move it to Pringles or Utz so we can move it along. Chat, Pringles or Utz. I'm going Utz. I love Pringles. Don't get me wrong. The prices have went up. You used to be able to get a can for $1 if it was on sale. Those days are long gone. Lay's stacks are crude approximations of Pringles. I love Pringles, but Utz will win. Megan, thank you for your commentary on timing and pacing. Art as a time-based medium, and you say it's going the perfect speed. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, if you're looking for me to answer,
I'm kind of taking a break. We can have silence. I'm afraid of silence on the stream. We can have silence on the stream.
All right, let's test it.
But normally when like Blood Feast has silence, they're playing like some of the best jazz ever created, and I'm just playing the repeated loops of the same 8 tracks over and over again.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yes. Okay, Utz is
I didn't
winning.
expect this at all. What in the world?
Utz.
Okay.
Yes. Utz.
This just in from the AI world.
Yes. Okay.
If I had to pick one overall, I'd go with hairs for flavor and crunch.
Okay. We have the official.
But
oh.
But for the classic thin potato Lay's is hard to beat. Let's see if it did it rate it. Here, can you do a rating? Really fast. It's going way slower than it did before. Okay, it rated them. Overall, Lay's classic potato chips, 8.7 out of 10. Hare's kettle cooked potato chips, original party size, 13 ounce, 9.1. Hare's takes it.
Wow. Okay. You heard it here first. The official tiebreaker of AI that has no bias. It does. It has no bias whatsoever. It is completely partial. And so this will...
It prefers Hare's based on taste, crunch, and it prefers Lay's on flavor variety.
I can see that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, Utz will beat Pringles. Now for the final showdown. Utz versus hers. Of course, I basically already told you, Utz is my number one. Utz is my ride or die. Did you guys catch Weezer? Somebody said Weezer was right. I think it was an SNL sketch. Weezer played a 2 a.m. Amazon Prime show after an NBA basketball game last night. I was like, what is this? I posted on the Weezer forums. I made my own thread. It felt cool. Okay. That's a side note.
I did not see that. My choice is Hares. Again, I like the flavored chips, and I like the spicy chips. What does Utz have in terms of spicy flavors?
They've got spicy flavors, but spicy flavors are not my specialty. But I know they have some barbecues. They have maybe some type of... I can't say for sure. Ralph, about in the chat, the Discord, I went to Discord. I don't know where they are, what you're talking about. I went around quickly, but for official submissions of Total Insanity, please send to freakoutstudios@gmail.com. Though the Discord is easy, but I can't find it on there, so I don't want to get too distracted during the show. Okay. Now. We're having mysterious music now. Utz. I think Utz has won. You voted? Did you vote for hers?
I did.
Utz wins. Utz is the official winner of the potato chip bracket. Congratulations. No. Congratulations. Why is it doing this? I want to click the box, I want to copy it, and I want to paste it into another box. Thank you. I do it all the time, and now you're not going to do it. Oh, and now you're below the layer. Anger, Leo. Utz is the winner. I'm extremely pleased with this. I'm extremely pleased with this.
I'm not unhappy with it, honestly. Utz is a very good brand.
Why am I so sweaty?
They've fought hard for many, many years. Chinese kids make their chip clips, and I think I'm just gonna go get some cheese balls.
Okay, dude, and cheese balls are pretty good too. You can't forget about that. We have breaking news. A chip image coming in here. Right at the conclusion of this. That makes it so much easier. I can drag things into OBS. I didn't even know that. Instead of going through the whole file path. If I can just need to do it quickly. Here we have Chipper Snacks. Plain, no flavor. Gluten-free. These snacks are created... a brand... They were basically created by... they're here to debut. They're on Total Insanity. The Chipper Snacks brand. Here you have it. There you go. Beautiful.
Wait, I'm a little confused, actually.
Yes.
Were they not allowed to be part of the Starch Madness?
They just were founded recently, so they have...
Oh, it's a new brand. Okay,
yeah.
So...
They don't have enough market share and history. Utz is the winner. Congratulations to Utz. We'll now... Okay, so what do we got coming up next? Now my hair looks dumb as heck. We have Francis and Friends. We have Is This Funny? And we'll have a little... Yeah, okay, cool. I want to gather myself together as we watch this episode of Francis and Friends.
It's Francis and Friends, Francis and Friends, always together, but that only depends if they haven't been fighting or want to compete. It's a world of friendship, fulfilled and complete. Seven can either from now to the end. This is the story of Francis and
Friends. Last time on Francis and Friends. Francis and his friends were still in detention. Over the weekend, no less. What kind of public school is this? Well, as it turns out, this high school is for specially gifted kids. The kind whose skills involve surveillance, intelligence gathering, hacking, and combat. That's right, this high school is a spy school. An announcement came over the intercom.
All detention attendees, please assemble in the briefing room.
Once Francis and his pals arrived, a man in a suit greeted them. Wow, you kids sure are wearing convincing disguises. Anyway, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is simple. A former alumnus of this school has worked his way up the chain in a major underground criminal organization. We need you to learn of his whereabouts, strip him of his diploma, and escort him back to detention. And if you could do it all while riding skateboards and performing tricks, it would really help with PR for the school. We choose not to accept the mission. What? Francis and the others went back to detention. They were trying to escape detention, so they needed a quiet place where they could think up a plan. Do they have what it takes to bust out of this joint? Are they equipped with the wherewithal to blow this popsicle stand? Will it be possible for them to get out both the lead and of Dodge? Find out next time on Francis and Friends.
Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Hello. I was eating cheese. No, I wasn't eating cheese. I was eating yogurt. Why did I say I was eating cheese? That's really strange. Francis and Friends, dude. I can't believe they didn't even want to help with PR. Skateboarding.
I mean,
Okay.
I think they just are not that good at skating. They didn't grow up with Tony Hawk.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Pro Skater 1, they had Pro Skater 2.
They don't want to break their brittle bones. Okay. Now, this brings us to our new segment. I haven't talked to these characters. Skunk Ape isn't here. I haven't talked to you guys that much, but we got to move it along. Our new segment, Is This Funny? Okay, so this is basically a segment. So guys, you may know that I post Instagram videos all the time. Well, you wouldn't guess how many videos I record and don't post. Sometimes I think, Leo, why are you posting so many videos? Why do you want to post? I don't even post that many. But sometimes I'm like, people don't want to hear about this. People are going to think you're complaining and not trying to be funny. People are, why are you this isn't funny? This is where I take Instagram videos I didn't post, but saved to my phone. And I truly don't know if they would be funny or not. And basically I'm like, should I post these? So this is called, maybe it should be called Should I Post It? But this is called Is This Funny for right now. I have two videos for you. Here's the first one. Here, let's take a look. Guys, this is my heritage, so I can speak on this. I'm tired of them making boring-ass British inspired. Oh yeah, Christopher Nolan's British. They always speak in British accents. I know Matt Damon isn't British. I'm tired of them making gray-ass movies, boring. There's not Greek people playing the Greek parts. They're not colorful. Guess what? Ancient Greece was supposedly colorful. How would you bring some color into these movies? How would you bring some amazing... You get Christopher Nolan to... Oh, we don't have enough boring-ass, bearded, old, boring Odyssey movies? Because I've never watched any ones besides the one they showed me in school. That was boring as hell. There's probably a bunch of them. Maybe there's going out there. I wouldn't know because they all seem boring. You say, Leo, you can critique. And I say, yeah, I can. I'll make my own Odyssey. But you think I have a team of movie directors? Okay, I've gone on, gone on long enough. Okay, you can see there. If it's not funny, you gotta be truthful to me. Is this funny? Is this segment dumb?
I don't think this segment's dumb.
We're trying new things out today on the show. I want to say that it's not funny then. There's zero interaction afterwards, unless it needs time to. I expect immediate. I'm like, okay,
Maybe well, everybody could be laughing and they can't get to their keyboards right yet.
that's possible.
So
That's possible. Oh yeah, I also forgot there is a slight delay. It got funny at the end, kinda. Okay. See, that's how. See, it's probably good I didn't post that. This is like reiterating. It didn't initial read that way. That's the other thing. People will take things differently. Some people will take me as being serious. Some people will take me as being jokey.
You were intending to be jokey. I would say that was not obvious, but this is hard because your sense of humor is
this is the thing about
a little
me.
bit more advanced.
Oh, thank you.
A little bit more post-ironic.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's what you're doing because you're clearly doing something based on the idea that people care a lot about appropriation and
yes. I shouldn't be doing that during the show. Exactly. And I was somewhat okay. We don't have to stay on that for too long. But that's actually very, very helpful for me. And I think the decision to not post that was correct. Now for the second one, is this funny? Part 2. And don't forget about the flies. This is where I was talking about. Okay, I was talking. There's a previous video that I did post about songs talking about flying in the mid to late 90s. I just want to fly. I want to get away. I want to fly away, Lenny Kravitz. And I believe I can fly in Space Jam. There's many songs. So this is me then saying this. And don't forget about the flies. I got you where I want you. Got you where I want you. Again. I haven't heard that song in a really long time. There's so many songs. But that's life. There's so many places. There's so many places you can go. Think about how big just your area is. And the detail of the cement and the bugs crawling in a tiny little section. There's so many places in the world. It's pretty nuts. Okay. Signing off. I will say, I don't know if that was funny. That was just more like observational. Some people might think, Leo, are you insane? You're thinking about places? But like, there really are a lot of places. I mean, seriously.
I was, it's funny. I actually do think about how there's places like New York where it's like super condensed, tens of millions of people in like the city.
Yes.
And that's like, I guess the state too, but obviously it's a big state, and you could disperse everybody out of the city, and it would like you'd have more room for everybody. You wouldn't have to build up as much, but it is interesting to think about like how I feel like the city I live in now. I grew up in a city similar size. They both are kind of growing tens of thousands, in that range.
Yes.
And like when I think about a rural area where there's like a population of 100 or 500 or something, like that does really intrigue me. Just as a city with tens of millions of people intrigues me, and it's like I get a little overwhelmed when there's like 100,000 people in a city adjacent to mine.
Dude.
I think that gets a little nuts.
There's
Is that like what you're talking about?
Yeah, I just was even just meaning like, just there's a lot of places you can be. Like, think about if you traveled to like Tibet and just like being in one building there. Like, think about how many places there are that you can go, and just like in that one little room you're in, there's so much, or outside, there's so much like detail in that one area that you're in, and there's so many places. Like, just think about how where I am is a place, where you are is a place. Mm-hmm. Everybody in chat is at their own place, and then there's so much detail and richness in that place. And then there's so many places in between us. There's just so many places. Anyway, okay.
I think we couldn't even fill them all with the amount of people that we.
Maybe we could if we really
It would
tried.
take a long time.
Now,
Maybe that's the goal, though.
You're still thinking in a very physical, material manifest form. Once you get beyond the idea of space-time and such things known as places, you come to see that all exists within the one like a hologram. If you take a hologram and divide it in two, all the information is still contained in each part, yet the information slowly loses resolution.
is that related, Al?
I believe it is somewhat related.
Okay. Albatross, do you have anything to add to this? No, man, just stop trying to bring me into this conversation. You lost me when you started talking about Walter Benjamin. Okay. Well, it's already 8:58. Well, we've got a... Well, we really don't have that much more, I guess. But, okay.
I do have my art piece. It's ready.
Oh,
I sent
yes,
it to
yes.
you via email.
Okay.
Speaking of age of reproduction, the art
Okay.
piece that I made is now on your computer.
Okay, cool. Dude, see, right there. Send it over. We'll probably go about 10 minutes over today, I guess. So let's see. Let me, while Phil's sending that over, I want to take you into the Aliennation demo experience. This is available at leoziva.com/alien.html. It can only be played on like a computer. It needs you need a mouse control or a trackpad control and a keyboard. It doesn't work on mobile, but here we go. Let's see if I can just bring up my standard desktop. You know what? I should have prepared this better. Okay, hold on. I was doing this until the morning last night, or today, I mean. So, let me add this capture real quick. And if I I'll grab this window. Perfect. It's a little bit big, so I will fit the screen. I'm not even going to worry. There's like, you can see some borders. I'm not going to worry about that. So check this out. We got Al here. If you press the E key, you can interact with things. You can see these documents. Aliennation Top Secret Project D68, codename DAG Sigjit, creation of all-purpose military bioweapon super soldier. Ultra slim profile, compact muscle structure based upon space ant anatomy, provides high impact, high agility, high accuracy power profile.
Wait, did you talk about space ants on there? Didn't I do a presentation on space ants?
Yes, you did. You can see the relation. Hyperconscious brain bionodes allow thought at the highest levels of cognition. Page 2. Safety violation report filed on behalf of Dr. Flanagan. While only a filter violation has occurred, I found it best to file a report to address my additional safety concerns, as there is no other formal process within this department. Beyond my ethical concerns expressed directly to General Conrad, battery capacity continues to climb at unexpected rates and the subject shows signs of increasing cognitive conscious activity. I ask that you please take these concerns seriously. Wow. Oh, what's this over here? It's a power system, okay. Filtering system of some type. Interesting.
See, what's interesting about this is I don't see, and especially in the documents, there's nothing about the personality that Al has, which of course we know to be very vibrant, very hilarious.
Exactly.
A little bit snippy sometimes, admittedly, but honestly, it's part of his charm, and it's like, it seems like the Dr. Flanagan there, I don't know, it seems like he doesn't even seem to care.
Yeah, these reports are the official documents. I believe there's some other type of journal entries over here. Hold on, what's this? These would be the journal entries of Dr. Flanagan, week 62. Latest readings show anomalous brain activity. This suggests Al may be in a semi-conscious state. According to the intelligence models, activity in the nodal systems have grown exponentially. His abilities may be beyond what we have foreseen. Week 64, General Conrad insists on pushing the project along, even though there is much we still do not understand. Week 72. I didn't realize how far back this project went. General Murdoch's death may not have been an accident. It disturbs me that the Aliennation could be so barbaric. What is this? What is this? Okay. Let's read this. Whoa. Oh my god, we can leave the room now. Let's read this real quick. I hope this is interesting. This is interesting to me because okay, well, stable status, okay. You can see some just, we need a new filter, okay, all clear. Recent threats neutralized. Some type of innate Superfly hack. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll move on. Let's explore it. Whoa. General Conrad. Okay. What's all this
F.
about?
Conrad.
F. Conrad, dude.
F. Conrad!
General Ulissa.
Who's that?
He's the founder of Project T68. Interesting. What's this other one? General Murdoch. The death of General Murdoch. Wow. What happens if I go down here? Where is it?
Dang, Al, this...
Whoa.
Your memory really runs deep.
Whoa.
I never
Trying to get some
knew.
more,
This is where
I'm really
I was
starting to
birthed.
understand you now.
There's so much more to be uncovered. Secrets of the alienation and
Conrad. Wow. Wasn't that excellent? My dad says my dad always points out annoying noises, which makes me always in my life afraid of annoying noises. It makes me afraid to make drum beats that are repetitive. The noise is supposed to be annoying. It's unnerving. You're in an unnerving alienation laboratory, immersed in the environment. What were you saying, Phil?
I find that noise calming, actually. It's like a repetitive hum. I get used to stuff like that. When I was a kid, you'd hear the vacuum cleaner and then you'd like hum the note. I say
whoa.
you, but I mean me. And I would sort of match the tone and then I would sort of hum like different intervals. This is way before I knew music theory at all. And I think that F that horrible noise. But also, some noises are just necessary evil.
Yeah. I have to say it was kind of annoying me myself. But vacuums annoy me so much. So it's cool that you harmonize with them. That's a good way to do it, dude. I feel like we should sample vacuum cleaners, pitch shift them, harmonize with them, and use them in recordings, and we could make revolutionary music that progressive, the form of music beyond what is currently done. Let's do this on another episode.
Is that next week's episode? The vacuum
Could be.
episode?
Oh yeah, this brings me chat. We're running out of time. Well, there's nothing that's actually... There is a thing. Help us choose our next episode. We can choose without you. I don't mean that in a bit. I just mean like, so if you don't have ideas, but we're like, hey, how can we get chat more involved? We had some chat interaction with the brackets, things like that. Chat, if you want to suggest or even email, I need to get the email up here. Episode ideas. We will do them if they're good.
What's the email?
Cool. And so the email is freakoutstudios with a Z, not an S at the end. freakoutstudios@gmail.com. I need a graphic though for that. That's why I feel bad.
Bam. Now it's in the chat.
Now. Oh yeah, the chat. Are
we just gonna ignore that you've taken me into double traumatic experience memories now? And you were just, let's just move on with life as normally. Oh, Al's just there in the corner, just floating in the corner. Doesn't matter that he's been through traumatic events. He doesn't even know what's happening. He has amnesia. He's on the run from Conrad.
Well,
Conrad,
yeah,
dude.
I mean, how else are you going to be able to move past them?
Okay, that's true. I can't argue with that. Your logic is sound. I can't argue with rock solid logic. You heard them. I have intense nodal systems that have incredible intelligence.
Yeah.
And that's clear from the reports we read.
Dr. Flanagan. Interesting. He called me Al. Everyone else was just calling me D68.
Well, we can figure that out later. Now we're going to go to the next segment, which I like to call. What did
we learn today? Did you guys learn anything? What did we learn today? Now you got me wondering, what did we learn
Heck yes. So, okay, would anyone like to start here, or should I just jump in with what I learned 2 days ago? I'm gonna stretch the segment a little bit here.
What
Okay,
did you learn 2 days ago?
2 days ago I learned that you heard of shrimp juice that you know and love. Shrimp juice, shrimp juice, shrimp juice. We're not an official sponsor anymore, but we do have ties with shrimp juice. Clam juice, it's a real thing. And they use like a similar logo to shrimp juice. Like there's a similar text, like design, you know what I mean? Like a similar aesthetic, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
A similar, look at how they can reproduce the, I don't think that's what Walter Benjamin meant, but look at how they can reproduce the label perfectly on all the things, and it's perfect reproduction.
Well, that's an interesting statement. I mean, is the bottle part of the art there too?
It could be. But I don't really think, like I said, I don't really think this is related to Walter Benjamin. I think I was trying to do a callback that's loosely connected.
Well, we tried.
I'm reading.
What did I learn today?
I'm reading chat ideas for episodes.
Well, I learned about art in the age of reproduction,
Yes.
mechanically speaking. Yes. I did not know much about that. I've never read the essay. If you would like to post up the art piece too, that would work here.
Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry, Phil Forrest. I totally like.
I'm finding this is going to be a very interesting read for me. I like especially that it is not long.
Yeah. Well,
but that's
wait.
Me.
Was that somewhat of a? It's somewhat long, but
it's somewhat of a joke.
Okay.
Because I prefer nonfiction anyways, and this is going to be interesting.
We read it. Yeah, we read it at Stetson, and I read it in grad school at UMBC, and then I think I read it on my own in grad school at USF.
But you're a year older than me, so I think what happened is you must have read it, but they phased out reading it in my year.
It was Syriaco at Stetson almost brought in like grad school-esque stuff. I don't think most people read it in undergrad, but it's like one of the most. It's like an incredibly how do I bring this in? It's like an incredibly like famous writing on, and like it's read all the time in art school. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's not tackle it. Why not tackle it? Check it out. Read this new translation. And here we have American Chips. Love, Phil. A graphic created live during this show. Isn't that right? Oh, wait, Phil.
That's right.
I have to get back to your review. It's on my email. Yes. Now, who is this this figure here? Is that
that would happen to be none other than the head of a bust of Karl Marx.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
So he truly has embraced the American chip as the chip of the people.
And I was thinking, perhaps, again, if this is funny, let us know in the chat. I was thinking that American chips with Karl Marx on the logo could be the new brand of chips that we are coming out with.
Oh, yes. So
our French flag.
Our new chip brands, we have American chips. They're very American chips. And we're going to have the competing brand that was brought in earlier. Chipper Snacks. So these will now go head to head in the snack departments, and
I will say it's almost like the minor leagues, like Lay's and Utz. Those were the major leagues. I'm thinking these are kind of like the minor leagues, but they have a World Series too.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe we'll see some more of American chippers snacks.
Yes. I love the live art. As Jill says, love the art. It's cool. See, we're making live stuff on the show with everybody. This is how it goes. Okay. It's now 9/11 on the clock, the date of a day that we all know, but also a time that occurs every single day, twice a day, unless you're on military time, as they call it. Why is that time does that time have another name besides military time, or does the military own that time? You know what I'm talking about?
I think the military owns time. Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, it's not that they own it. It's just that they have a monopoly on being
What
able
the,
to make it
what
whatever
the,
time they want due to the
what
fact
the
that they
hell?
have the artillery to back
What
it up.
the? They can make it 14 time. They can make it. Oh, now it's 1738. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, asbestos albatross. What did you learn? I learned that even if you bring in art theory into a brief segment onto the beginning of the show, I still am bored. I still don't care. I don't care about uh any of that. Okay. I think maybe I shouldn't have rushed through the context. Like I could explain when it was coming from. When I did a little bit, but anyway. Okay, it's got to have another name besides military time. I feel like it does, but I'm just forgetting it. Anyway,
Let's see
I
if
was
the
reading-
internet
I was reading
knows.
the chat. We do have a thing called the internet. Al, what did you learn?
I think it's quite obvious. I learned more and more about my past. And I'm looking forward to uncovering more memories and seeing where my destiny lies.
Said like, I think you're taking a good view of that, Al.
What?
Phil, what are you uncovering over there?
I've uncovered a conspiracy. It seems
Really?
that it says 24-hour format is not the same as military time.
Really?
I'm seeing Reddit, of course. You know
Okay.
they who knows what they know, but I'm reading Garmin is telling me there's a different military time, also known as a 24-hour clock. Now that says military.com, so they're a little bit biased. It's called the 24-hour clock, I think, but military time is different supposedly, and I'm a little
Wow.
interested. Oh,
Wow.
military time
Wow.
runs the clock from 0000 at midnight straight through to 23:59
Oh,
with no AM PM labels.
interesting.
But what's the difference?
Interesting. This could be
But
something
this
to figure
is
out.
on theclock.com, and this is telling me that they're the same.
Huh. That's very confusing. Maybe
I gotta-
something to be
By
figured
next week,
out.
I'm gonna have this figured out, and they're gonna have a whole presentation on it.
Something to be figured out on another day. And now, let's float with me through the stream.
Speaking of 24 hours,
yes.
I have nearly that much music on Bandcamp.
Yes.
Go to
Tell us more.
philmeisner.bandcamp.com. You can view 24 hours of music version 0.
Wow. Oh yeah, dude, there's cool 24. I should bring that up. You know what? Just to entice people, hold on. Since we've already went over, I mean, Walter Benjamin is quoted by Archbishop. Wow. Okay. Chrome capture. This should capture the Chrome. See, what's annoying is every time I open and close OBS, I have to recapture every window that I've set up, even though I have it set for like a certain application. This is set for Chrome, and I just reset it. It's still not coming up, so I think I'm just going to, you see there, I had to reset everything. Phil Meisner, you tell me every single week. This is in my Firefox. It's saved. It's philmeisner.bandcamp.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can see Phil's releases here. His demos. What he was talking about now, 24 hours of music, right? There you go.
That's right. 105 tracks of nearly 18 hours of actual music, because part of the original tapings were lost.
Wow. Can we use this as background music on the show? Because it's so much music.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're using this in the future. Heck yes. Okay, everybody. Where's the software? Okay. Thanks for watching the show. Whoa, now I'm in both screens.
You're co-hosting.
What has happened? What has
That's
happened?
not fair.
Wait. Hold on, I gotta go.
Have I been kicked off the show?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you for kicking me back on the show.
Thanks for watching. Thank you for the episode ideas. I'm gonna have to review these. We'll have to review these. We'll have to figure out what we're doing. And we'll see ya. Wait, is next week, Phil? Are you gonna be gone next week? I can't remember. Should I discuss this on the show, or should this be discussed in the meeting? Yeah, you are gonna be. Okay, Phil. We'll be chatting though, probably.
That's true.
But next week,
I will be. I'm being kicked off the show.
we decided
And,
that Phil is not helping the show. He's bringing a worse element, so we're just kicking him off. No, but in all reality, Phil's art piece was shown, my daddo, but I will bring it up once again. American chips. But yeah, next week we'll figure out what's going down. We'll have some good total insanity for you, as usual. And with that, well, that's about it.